The Titans, elder Greek gods, and first divine rulers. The mighty Titans were a powerful race that ruled the world before Olympians. In a time of the golden age of men, they were immortal giants of incredible strength and knowledge of old religion, rituals, and magic. They are also known as the elder gods, and their dwelling place was at Mount Othrys. In Greek culture, they were interpreted as personifications of the earth, Gaia, and the sky or heavens, Uranus. The first generation of Titans were descendants of Gaia and Uranus, who originally gave birth to the 12 Titans, 6 males and 6 females. The males were Coeus, Cronus, Coeus, Hyperion, Iapetus and Oceanus, and females were Mnemosyne, Phoebe, Rhea, Thea, Themis and Tethys. They arose to power when Cronus, in a plot with his mother and his brothers, castrated his father Uranus and took the rulership of Cosmos from him. More details about this conflict can be found in the Genesis. During this reign, the Titans and other primeval gods decided to pass on the godly genes and gave birth to the second generation of Titans. Hyperion and Thea gave birth to Eos, Helios and Selene, while Coeus and Phoebe brought forth Leto and Asteria. Oceanus and Tethys gave birth to Oceanids and Potamoi, who are in general not referred to as Titans. However, an Oceanid, Clymene, a daughter of Oceanus and Tethys, helped Iapetus to continue the next generation and bore him Atlas, Prometheus, Epimetheus and Menetius, Crius and his half-sister Eurybia, a daughter of Gaia and Pontus, brought forth Astraeus, Pallas and Perses, and, eventually, Cronus and Rhea gave birth to younger gods, Zeus, Hades, Poseidon, Hera, Hestia and Demeter, who rebelled against Cronus and his followers and later defeated them in a 10-year war, known as Titanomachy. They called themselves the Olympian gods, after Mount Olympus, which was their main dwelling place, and became the new rulers of the cosmos. The first generation of Titans. Coeus was a Titan god of intelligence and foresight, meaning that, due to his inquisitive mind and desire to learn, he gained knowledge and understanding, able to see beyond the obvious. He was also identified as a god of wisdom and heavenly oracles. Coeus was also known as the pillar of the North Pole, from which constellations revolved and, therefore, controlled the axis between heaven and earth. Together with his other 3 brothers, Crius, Hyperion and Iapetus, they presided as the pillars holding heaven and earth apart. He was one of 6 sons of Uranus and Gaia, and is mentioned by Apollodorus as one of the 5 brothers, all but Oceanus, who participated in rebellion against Uranus and later attacked him. When they overcame him, the 4 brothers probably held him down, while Cronus castrated him. His Latin name was Polos or Polus, and according to Hyginus, the name Coeus was used for a giant instead of Titan. They are clearly 2 different characters mentioned by not only Hyginus, but also by Virgil, another Latin author. In the time of the Titanomachy, Coeus fought bravely with his brothers against Olympians, but was after defeated and imprisoned in Tartarus. Like the rest of his brothers, when in Tartarus, according to Valerius Flaccus, Coeus had escaped free of his adamantine bonds and in his madness wanted to escape from the underworld and reach the heavens, seeking revenge, but was in the end restrained by Cerberus, the 3-headed dog, which guarded Hades' gates and prevented anyone from leaving. However, according to Aeschylus' Lost Play, he was later released by Zeus from Tartarus with the rest of the Titans. Also, it is said by some researchers that Coeus then fled back to his North Pole and became known as the North Star. Coeus was also a god of heavenly oracles. He was believed to be able to hear prophetic voices of his father Uranus, just like Phoebe could hear prophetic voices of her mother Gaia. Together they had 2 daughters who inherited powers of their parents. Leto was a goddess of modesty and motherhood and was associated with prophetic power of light and heaven, while Asteria was a goddess of oracles and prophecies. She was associated with prophetic power of night and the dead. Leto represented the light of day, while, in contrast, Asteria represented with the night time. These contrary qualities were also passed to their descendants. Apollo inherited the power of the light from his mother Leto, and Hecate inherited the power of the night from Asteria. Still, there is no source with clear statement of Coeus being prophetic except having a prophetic family. Being able to predict the future, in his case, might have come from his intelligence and divine knowledge that he was so eager to gain from his predecessors. Perhaps that is why he was also identified as the god of wisdom. Having knowledge is one thing, but being able to truly understand it and use it for predicting future natural occurrences and events is being wise. Thanks for watching Smithology. Please remember to like, share and subscribe, and hit that notification bell for upcoming videos.